Alright, so I'm going to show how to replace the bezel on this MacBook Air model A2179. This should apply to all the newer MacBooks, I believe 2016 all the way to the latest 2020s. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do, of course, we're going to open this up. And I'm going to try to do this without having to completely disassemble and remove the screen. So first thing I'm going to do, I got some pieces of foil here, okay? And this is going to basically act as a heat shield, alright? So I got this, and then I also have, where'd I put that thing? Give me a second. Oh, here we go. It's hiding behind the heater. So I also got this thermal tape, okay? It can be called Kapton tape. But anyways, we're going to get this, alright? Take the tape out. There's different thicknesses of this, all right, so in case, depending on what you're working on, you can use different thicknesses. So to secure this, I'm going to use this thinner one, and I'm just going to use this to hold down the foil. Okay, so you kind of want the foil, just make sure it's covering all of the keys. All right, so I'm going to peel this out. And this kind of tape holds pretty strong. So we're just going to grab this, okay. And then we're just going to, oops, uh-oh. I'm probably going to need a new piece of foil. Oh, there we go. Okay, it peels off okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a piece of foil and just get it to be the same length-ish of the whole computer. Okay. Cut that off. Alright, so we're going to get the foil, just line it up there. Alright, and we're just going to tape it across the MacBook like this. Alright, so this will hold that foil in place. And that way, when we apply heat, it's not going to risk melting the keys, okay? Just like that. Alright, and then I'm going to put the tape across the other side as well. We got another piece of foil. Okay, this one I'm actually going to rest it on top. Okay, so we're going to put it this way. And then I'm going to wrap this just so the foil stays in place. Okay, though you don't want it to be too tight. You want an air gap so that way the heat can dissipate. Okay, and then for this one, I'm actually going to tape it slightly on the glass. If your glass has like really big cracks like this, you'll actually want to put some tape over that to hold it in place. So let me get actually a bigger piece of tape. So we'll use this one. Okay. And I'm just going to put that over the broken part so that way it will come out easier without leaving shards everywhere. Okay. So we're going to cut this tape. Okay. And we're just going to put this tape over that piece. Okay, you want to make sure this is only going on the glass piece, because otherwise it'll just, or only on the little bezel, otherwise it will just hold that bezel in place. Okay, so just like that. You don't want it to go on top of the glass, otherwise it's not going to let you peel it back. Okay, and then we're going to put the tape and hold this foil down in place as well. Alright, so I'm going to actually put it just in the glass in there so I can easily get underneath the bezel. Okay, get a long piece again. Stuck it down on the foil again. Get that off. Okay. Alright, you can apply it to the foil first. Oh no. This tape is sticking to the foil too easily. Okay, let me make sure to get this flat. Sorry, this video is going to be kind of annoying, but... Alright, just like that, halfway. Okay, lift this. There we go. And we're just going to put this foil on the glass, okay? It's okay if a little bit of the screen is exposed. but you kind of want to try and get it as close to that bezel as possible, just to prevent too much heat from getting there. Okay. Alright, so once we got both sides protected, again, I'm going to wrap this over. Okay, then we're going to use a heat gun or hair dryer. I have this little heater here, and we're just going to use that to heat this piece up. Alright, so I'm going to use that, heat this up. Okay, and then we're going to get this piece warm. When it's warm enough, we should be able to peel it off. If you look at this, they have the adhesive. Let me see if I can show this better. But the adhesive strip, the protective part, is just at the top. Okay, so we're going to heat this up just to get it warm enough, and then we should be able to peel this thing out. Okay, so I'm going to heat it slowly. You don't want to heat it too fast, because if you heat it too fast, that can actually damage the stuff. Okay, so we're going to just slowly heat this, warm it up. Once you get it started, then it should be a lot easier, but the main thing is getting this initial piece up. Okay, so make sure get it warm. I'll put my hand here so I can feel the heat. Okay, you can also use a hair dryer for this if you want. Alright, you don't have to use a heater. Just make sure to get it warm enough. Okay, might take a while. You're welcome to fast forward through this, but I'm recording the entire thing just so you can see how long it kind of takes to do this. Alright. Of course, if you have plastic covers or anything on it, you want to remove it so you don't accidentally melt those. Okay. Just keep warming it. It's slowly getting easier to peel. Okay. If you have thin plastic pry tools, you can kind of use those, but I'm gonna use my fingernails to try and peel this out. And this is my first time actually attempting this, so hopefully it will go well. I've heard other people, for heating stuff, they'll put like hot packs on it, but hot packs are too big and it goes on the screen. So I don't know, if you were to put a hot pack and then you put it there, it'll actually warm up the screen a lot as well. If it does warm it just enough to melt the adhesive or soften the adhesive enough and doesn't damage the screen, you can do that. But yeah. And also the MacBook right now, the battery is very low, so alright, so I don't know if you can see, but I'm slowly peeling this up right now. Okay, so right now I got a small portion and my fingernail's actually in it. At this point, if you want, you can put like a smaller thing, like a guitar pick or something in there, but I'm just gonna slowly keep pulling with my fingernail. Okay, and you don't want to go too quick or you'll just crack the glass and then it will just end up more shards and more difficult to remove. Let me see if I can get it to focus on that glass part down there. Put this down. Lock the focus. Oops. Let me try locking it up over here. There we go. Okay, hopefully it will stay focused on that now. Oops, I tilted my... So this heater thing has like a emergency cutoff if I accidentally drop it. So here you can see it's slowly peeling up. And again, you want to go very slow. Okay, if you go too quick, you'll end up just shattering it into a lot more pieces. I'm going to tilt this back more. Okay, and we're going to continue peeling. Oh, I tilted it too much. So I might have to use a hairdryer for this if it keeps turning off. But so far, we already got about 1/5 of it out. We just want to keep peeling. And yeah, you want to keep going very slowly. If you go too fast, it'll just all shatter like that. And also you don't want to risk damaging the screen. So the reason why I'm not using other tools to do this is because I want to be able to feel how much pressure is going into the screen and this piece itself, so I can be sure that I'm not putting too much pressure and then damaging anything. I do have little plastic razor blades that I can use as well that might help with this, but again, this helps me feel how much pressure it's taking to release it, and it will make it so there's a lot less risk of accidentally damaging the screen. And you don't want to damage the screen because these are very expensive to replace. So I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit higher on this thing. Okay. I'm just going to keep slowly peeling. It's getting stuck at that one spot right there. Okay, slowly peeling now. And as you can see, my hand is can handle this heat, so it's not too bad. And that's another thing, you kind of want to be able to feel how much heat is going in. You don't want it way too hot. If you get it too hot, you can damage the screen or the keyboard. Okay. It's getting pretty hot now for my hand, but it is peeling up. Okay, let's turn the heat back down a little so I don't burn my hand too much. Alright, now you can use, let me try using something like a thin plastic. I have this packaging here. Alright, since I already got most of it up, I'm going to get that in there. Use that. To help pull it out. Let's see, I'm going to use one of those little triangle picks. One of the thinner ones. Okay, so you have like these kind of tools. But I don't want to insert it too far because you don't want to damage the area under the screen. Yeah, I'm probably going to just use my fingernail. Yeah, I might have to get a hairdryer as well. See? So this is what happens when I work on stuff I haven't worked on before. I run into issues and I slowly figure out how to solve them. Come on. Tilt this up more. Oh, I think the Kapton tape, I got it on there. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Oh, I see. So the crack actually went up into this edge here, and that's why it's kind of being a pain. So I'm going to start going from the other side now. Okay, I'm going to leave this piece in here just so it doesn't stick itself back down. Alright, sorry my head's getting in the way. Peel this side out as well. Kind of difficult. There we go. Maybe I should zoom in some more. Let me zoom in on this. peeling up. Yeah, it's getting hot. There we go, slowly peeling. Let's try using another one of those tools. And you can just kind of roll it over as it gets extended. Okay. So it's kind of stuck. Okay, slowly rolling it over. Okay. Let's move it over some more. So I'm going to completely peel out. There we go. It's getting hot now. Okay. Let's go back to this side. Make sure peel this all up. Okay, back to the other side. Oops. So towards the center, it's getting stuck. Let's try and heat it some more. Okay. Just keep working it. This side, because of that crack, is a lot more difficult, so I don't know how I'm gonna get that. We'll see. Let's see if I can skip the crack. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's cracked further up as well. Okay, slowly going. Don't want to go too fast and risk cracking the screen. Okay. It's getting there. Just bits out. I'm going to use two hands now. Slowly peeling it. Oh, that side went so much. There's actually a crack there as well. Let's heat it some more. Oops. Going across. Let's see if we can jump that crack. There we go. Okay. You see, most of it's out. This part has a lot of cracks in it, so it might be tricky, but we're going to keep trying. There we go. It's like peeling out a lot easier now. we go. Ooh, it's getting hot. Okay. Since it's hot for my fingers, it should be hot enough. Let's keep going. Take this one around. Okay, so now we're at the completely shattered glass here, so that's most likely not going to come out. We're gonna have to try and slowly pull it out. Come on, it's slowly peeling out. But yeah, that's gonna be a little bit tricky. I'm gonna try and get the Kapton tape around there and then see if I can lift it. Alright, most of this is out already. So here you can see it's kind of wiggling up and down. I'm kind of moving it from this side. Okay, keep going. And be careful not to cut your fingers. I just felt the glass kind of go into my finger a little, so you want to be careful, of course. Alright, let's keep heating it. So this cooled down, so I'm heating it again. Keep heating this up. I'm actually going to remove this tape so it can get a little more heat underneath. Okay. You can see we got most of it out already. Now you want to be careful with the shattered glass bits here. If we can get underneath. Nope. So right now it's going under the, or over the cracked piece instead of on top. So I need, or instead of under. So I need to make sure to try and pull it back. There we go. Try and get underneath all that adhesive. Most of it's out. We're on the final bit here. So the cracked pieces are going to be a little bit more difficult because it's going to stick down. Looks like we're almost there. Okay, make sure to peel it all up. It's mostly all out. Okay. Let's continue trying to push the tool through. You can see it's actually, the glass is so broken it's not coming out easily. We might have to just slowly pick that glass out, we'll see. Alright, so let's get that. Get the tool a little bit further in. Roll it over. Okay. Let's see. I think that's enough heat, so turn that off. Alright, let's see if we can get the tool to go. Okay. Alright, let's try and pull this out. Now that we got most of it. Okay, this is lifting out. The center, of course, is probably just going to shatter everywhere, but there we go. Okay, pull this all out. Slowly lift this. Okay, hopefully we didn't destroy any of these connectors here. Alright, let's move the foil. I'm going to plug it in and make sure it's okay. Alright. Because if it's not, this is going to cost me a lot to repair. So, peel this off. Hear the chime. Come on, screen. I see the screen lighting up, and I see the Apple logo. So we should be okay as far as the screen itself. So it did peel up some of the screen bezel stuff here. Alright, so I might put some Kapton tape underneath in its place. Let's see if I can peel this piece off and transfer it. It doesn't look like it. Nah, it's gonna completely shred. Okay, so we're gonna leave that. The screen looks okay. So I'm gonna toss this broken piece. Alright, I'm gonna shut this back down now that we can see it's working. The keys all look okay, nothing's melted. So now we gotta look in here and see if there's any pieces of glass that's stuck. Gonna wanna clean it up. I'm gonna use this air blower just to get it out. Okay, if you want, you can use a toothbrush, but you want to be careful because these cables down here can be delicate. Okay. Alright, that looks good. So I'm going to test fit this glass piece first. Okay. It looks good, so we should be able to just peel that out and it should be good to go. I'm going to try and brush off that white stuff that's stuck there. It still has a little bit of adhesive, so it's holding on to even just that, but let's see. Okay, let's try and clean that off a little bit. Okay, let me check the screen again. Okay, screen looks good. Let me actually go to, like, I guess I can cover this and show. So here you can see the screen looks good. Alright, perfectly fine. So we're going to shut it down now, and now we're going to apply the glass bezel. Again, this is a pretty risky repair. So unless you're willing to risk having to replace the whole screen, be very careful if you're going to attempt this, because it can end up worse. Alright, you could end up with a completely broken screen. Alright, so let's check this again. Looks good. Alright, we're going to peel off this blue spot now. Okay, so let's peel off the blue protective coating here. Alright, and you want to be very careful putting this back on, because if you put it misaligned, you're going to be stuck with that forever. Okay, once you drop it in, it's going to be very difficult to pull it back. So what you do, try and do the bottom first while holding it forward like this, and then check one side, make sure it's lined up. Okay, from there, then you can check the other side, get that lined up. Alright, looks good. Once you get it all lined up, just run across with your finger like this. Okay, make sure it's all in place. And that's all there is to it. So hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe. Help others find my videos. Let's boot it up one more time just to show that everything looks good. I'm going to hold the Option key so it just goes to the boot menu instead of actually starting up. Alright. right, and there we go. Everything looks good. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Again, hopefully it helps. Like, subscribe, share my channel with other people so that they can also fix their own devices. And I'll see you on the next one. Looks good. All right. Bye.